Hello, soldiers. You are listening to the sound of victory because I am Liss Victory, and you have tuned into that broadcast. We are talking about art and activism. That's AAA for your soul, baby. Let's change the world. I think we're having a bit of a technical difficulty. Brian, I can hear. Brian, can you wake up?
What?
Look, hey. All right, I can
This
hear.
thing's this is still going on.
This is a really good microphone. Okay,
So-
I put a lot of work into this, and I can pick up the breathing noises that you're making. I think it's gonna come through on the cast. I mean, people are gonna.
I didn't think this.
I didn't
think the show was actually gonna take off today. I thought you were like joking the other night.
We shook on it.
Was it
We
more?
had a deal. There was a strong handshake between you and I. It was a real
barely
deal.
recall. I think you like stormed my bedroom or something.
We were in studio. We were
So
at
you stormed
Mr.
my
Smalls.
bedroom.
You did have a pillow. There are some pictures. Some pictures were taken, but that's just further proof that we had an agreement. I mean, I have people scheduled to come on today. They said they'd
I just
be
want to go
here.
back to bed. I've been up since like 6 p.m. yesterday.
I mean, I was trying not to disturb you.
This is supposed to be about art and activism, right? Well, I actively want to sleep.
The guests should be coming soon. I swear. We scheduled and yeah. Okay. All right. So there's people here. Okay.
There's people here?
See,
People actually
I
know
told
about this
you-
show?
I told you people were going
Get
to
out.
come today.
Here, take
Go.
this coffee and get out.
Go.
Get out.
Coffee.
You're in a chair that needs
Good
to be
idea with the coffee,
occupied.
guys. That's the way to get them.
great.
That's how you get them.
Chair's warm.
Oh, more broads for that broadcast, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have another broad.
You agreed to this, Brian. We shook on
Give me
it.
coffee.
Oh, there's the other
I
broad.
had to get my ice cream and my coffee.
No, I'm surrounded by broads and comedians. This is great. To my right, we have the broad Liss Tripoli, one of my rotating cast of co-host characters. And then there's this broad over here,
Hello.
That lovely lady.
Krish Mohan,
Hi.
who is temporarily in Pittsburgh. Well, he is usually just on the road. Yeah? Where are you
Yeah.
going next?
Going to Madison, Wisconsin, and then Minneapolis, Chicago, Ames, Iowa. Where else am I going? Kansas City, St. Louis,
I'm sorry, did you say you're performing at Ames?
and Ames, Iowa.
I didn't think there were any more Ames. They have Ames still in Iowa?
That's where Ames
They have
was
Farmore
invented.
as well? How about
don't.
Hills?
It used to be Hills, and then they changed the name of the city to Ames. And then I hear in 2018 they're going to become a Lowe's.
So Dylan just
So-
called you out for wearing the same shirt as last night.
Ooh.
So I'm
Dylan-
glad I didn't wear the same outfit
It's-
as with the interview with Brenda.
It's a different shirt, but it's the same.
I'm
I own the
actually
same-
wearing
very
the same
same-
shirt from last night and didn't
Yeah.
notice.
Yeah,
So Dylan,
Dylan.
called out Krish instead of you.
Or did he just confuse us? Does he think that I'm Krish?
I am technically. I mean,
I look pretty Indian.
Look, it's the Scooby Doo rule, right? It's Fred has the same shirts, but it's not the same shirt. It's like he buys it at the in the Target 6-packs.
You just
That's
have a
how he gets his
closet?
ass cuts.
So wait, did Liz get a Target 6-pack of
Of the cat
sexy
Yeah.
dresses with the
Of
belt?
or no, it's a lady. I thought it was a
It's
cat.
a
for the
lady.
whole- for the whole
He gets
time.
in trouble when he goes to the vet, hitting on all the cats.
Is this a person or an animal? All right, I want to do a few quick shout outs. Hello, Mike Speranzo. Hello, Tyler Munson. Hello, Dylan Ahrens, one of our sponsors. We'll be talking that in a little bit.
Dylan.
Oh, Liz, you got called out.
Oh, there it is.
Thank
There
God.
it is. The
At
classic
least I,
Dylan call
took
out.
a quick, rinse, And that was mostly it. It was rinse, and then I put this outfit on as a placeholder, before I put real clothes on. And then Brian was here, and then he passed out in the studio space, and it's like, I can't change my clothes if he's just passed out in the studio space. I didn't want to make him any angrier than I already had, because I told him before, Brian, my biggest fear with that broadcast is when, not if, when you get angry with me.
I thought it was going to be when you have to change in the room with him there is your biggest fear.
That is not my biggest fear at all. If I've learned anything from road life, it's how to change effectively without showing anyone anything. Even in the street. You have it.
Even in the street.
I've done that before.
Yeah.
I had to do that for
You call it
when
something, don't you?
No, I don't.
It's like car changing or something.
I don't think I have a name.
Give it a name,
Like
quick!
you're just getting clothes out of the trunk.
Like, car changing.
I've done that in DC. I did that in DC because I had to go name drop. I had to go see Lee Camp, and it was very early in the morning because I literally had to get his merch out of my trunk so that he could give me more merch later that week. And I had to go. I was going to Easton, Maryland to record my album, and there was no time for me to like change that day because I was literally going from Lee's place to pick up my openers, D and Max, and so I just sat outside this apartment, and I had to change my jeans. I'd change my shirt.
So you had to take your pants off.
Yeah,
that's great.
In the middle, and it's like in the suburbs.
City.
Like it's in the middle of Adams Morgan.
Oh no, that's not the suburbs. That is the city.
It's the city, but it's like it's in that weird suburby part where it's just like it's a bunch of homes and it's a bunch of row houses and apartments and
residential part of the city.
Yeah, so it's like
we're in the city, but this is residential.
Yeah, so it's like.
Which we are broadcasting from the Pittsburgh Art House in Highland Park. They are one of our sponsors, and I'm probably going to space out that 15 seconds periodically throughout because we have a lot to say about the Pittsburgh Art House. This is my in-studio at the Pittsburgh Art House.
Filling errands.
I'm really happy and excited about what I've managed to do with this space and then this wall back here. I'm going to sort of put out the open invitation to guests who are coming on the show. If you want to add something to this wall, bring a thing, and we'll add stuff to this wall. I've been adding to it. I'm not going to point stuff out. I'm going to let the viewers sort of like tune in and figure out what's what and, what's going on back there.
I drew that.
Oh, yeah, you can do that.
And then I drew that.
I drew that.
Yeah. What else?
There's a Star Wars thing here. No, I'm not. We're not going to get into that.
That's her CD.
We have so many events to talk about. It's absolutely insane.
That's all we're gonna do. That's the entire
most
broadcast.
of the show is gonna be talking about the events. So I was up last night. We were all kind of up last night until 1 in the morning or so. And this is a morning show. Clearly, you're awake. You're probably doing something that's not a degenerate, broadcast with a bunch of broads.
Put your headphones on.
Bunch of broads.
I'll take it.
So I was up and I was working on an interview I had done before with Brenda Leeds of Old Game, and we were talking about the upcoming feature film, American Curse. You can find the full interview with Brenda Leeds on my Facebook page, coming to YouTube after I do the editing. Facebook page, facebook.com/Liss Victory Music. That's Liss Victory, like triumph. Music, like music that you listen to, or feel with your soul. So I was working on that. Liz was here, Krish was here. We had just gotten done at the tasting, the very first tasting.
Oh, Plate and Bowl.
At Plate and Bowl.
Delicious.
Yeah. Oh my God, it was so good.
It was very good.
Legit.
So the significance of Plate and Bowl is the three of us, as well as a few other of our friends, like Vincent Didiano and Zach Funk, are working together to start booking music, comedy, variety, and a bunch of different events.
Sorry.
At this show.
Oh, guys, it's 10:15.
Is it? What
Yeah.
should we do?
That-
Oh my god! What do we do? What do we
Is
do?
that your alarm?
Throw it!
Somebody-
Smash it!
Somebody
Smash
wake
it.
up
got it.
Brian. Brian, can you touch the phone and make it shut up?
Brian, get the phone.
Oh, he looked really comfortable, you guys.
Well, that's because
He's
put
gonna
Liz's
beat
phone.
me after the show.
We put Liz's phone right on his head. That way, anytime we need Brian, we can just wake him up through Liz's phone.
Just call him.
It's convenient. It's effective.
Yeah.
But Playton Bowl is significant because we're gonna start booking events, and the what is it? I'm calling it the grand premiere.
The grand
premiere.
Yeah.
That will be on Saturday, August 11th. You're just gonna eat ice cream
It's not even ice cream anymore.
on the air.
It's just little milk zhuzh with cookie bits.
Little milk sugars with cookie bits.
Like a cat with
What
a
keeps
spoon.
me going?
We are going to talk a little bit more about Playton Bowl and that event, but I want to start at the start. One of the first events that we have coming up, or that I have coming up, but it's with Mr. Smalls. It's in the Funhouse, and the River's Edge is heavily affiliated with Mr. Smalls because they just moved their studio into the Mr. Smalls compound. We were discussing it the other day.
Don't call it a compound.
No.
That is not.
We think compound is a great thing. It was Michael Cohen's idea. He's like, can we call it the compound? I think, was it Michael Cohen?
It would be Cohen's idea.
Yeah, I feel like
I
Cohen.
feel like it was Cohen.
Cohen would come up.
Very Cohen-y.
Cohen has Michael Cohen is one of those people who's also part of the Rivers Network.
Affiliated with.
Throw that little plug in there.
Also
but I feel
affiliated with the
trademark.
Pittsburgh Art House.
Yeah, but I feel like Michael's one of those people that's like, yeah, he's part of a cult. Like, if he just came out and was just like,
No,
when I was
he's
14,
not,
I
man.
joined a cult. They'd be like, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, clearly.
Like
Go on.
everything about what I know about you totally makes sense that you would have been in a cult. So, or if tomorrow he's like, I think I want to join this cult, I would be like, yeah, okay. That's
Did you
totally
review
something
all
that
the
you would
other
do.
cults? Is it the best cult for you?
Yeah, have you talked to the other cults? Then, so him coming up with the name Compound totally makes sense. Totally makes sense.
Well, he's also dialed into all that stuff where, there is a compound and that's where you reside. That's where they the guy who supposedly allegedly inspired the coup in Turkey, he lives in a compound in
I just feel like compounds
Pennsylvania.
have gotten a bad rap.
I feel like that
Compounds.
too. So we're bringing it back. We're taking back Compound. It's the Mr. Smalls compound, and we're a part of it. This is actually being broadcast remotely from the Pittsburgh Art House, but the main River's Edge studio is currently in the Mr. Smalls compound, which if you haven't been inside Mr. Smalls Theater, I highly recommend you do so for whatever show or whatever gig there is, because there is always another door somewhere.
Yeah.
That leads to it.
Yeah.
No matter how many times you go into this building, there's always another door that goes somewhere you have not been before.
It's like The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. Like, you don't know where you're going to end up.
Narnia.
There was a night that I recorded my podcast, and Jesse Prentice was just like, yeah, let me show you where you can do that. And we went through like 3 different sets of doors, and I was like, what's happening right now?
Am I still in Pennsylvania? I
What
don't.
Russian nesting doll or fucking
Russian
tours are you
nesting.
taking me through?
I was really I thought that was going to go to the Russian collusion thing, and I was going to start making Lee Camp noises.
I'm not a...
Lee Camp noises. Are they trademarked?
Oh,
They are trademarked.
Oh, I hope not.
On YouTube, they are.
Well, we're just going to have to
Yeah.
cut that out for the YouTube
I'm not a
version.
hack. I'm not going to say some things like that about
I'm sorry, I missed it. What was it?
I'm not just going to blame
No,
all...
can't do
I'm not
it
just
again.
going to blame
I
all
heard
the
it through the
problems on
headphones.
Russia like a hack.
And my mixer's just like, no, don't do that. I'm like topping out on it. So Tuesday, July 25th, I am playing with my band Victory at the Crossroads, and we have 2 touring acts coming through. One is the Off-White from New Jersey, and they're friends with sort of our main act, but being that we're the local support, it gets kind of muddled, but you have to see this act. I first saw them at a house show in Brooklyn that I had to talk to, 4 people to figure out the address and all this other stuff. It was really cool. And it ends up being in this basement. It was really cool.
It is really
Fuck
cool when
you.
you get lost.
And the band is Shark Muffin. And whatever comes into your mind when I say Shark Muffin, just roll with it, because they are so cool. And then come to the Funhouse at Mr. Smalls, 8 p.m., Tuesday, July 25th.
That's like
$5.
the most
It's like
Brooklyn
no
name,
money.
too.
They're so cool. I got to see them in Brooklyn, and then I played with them in Newark, New Jersey, and both times they just delivered. And you can also find one of their songs on NPR. I wish I could remember the name of it off the top of my head, but I did post it in the Facebook event, which is Shark Muffin at Mr. Small's Fun House. You can just Google that, Shark Muffin, one word. And their NPR song is phenomenal. I just really like that.
Is it a tiny desk thing?
No, it's
I'm allergic to you.
A featured song. I can't remember what that's called either. I should have it pulled up.
Single?
What I need is 4 or 5 more computers to do my extra work, like a research computer, pre-record video computer, etc., etc.
Donate and support to the show.
We are looking for sponsors, although we have some beautiful sponsors already, one of which we have an event with on Saturday, July 29th. But that's her brainchild. So I want you to talk about
Is that where, are we there?
The zhuzh.
Are we there? The zhuzhing.
I like getting close to the mic and making sexy voice to emphasize things. It's fun. Try it.
Your mom.
No.
That's not sexy, is it?
Talk about
No, that's not sexy at all.
Hamsters. No, that's not
No,
sexy.
no.
either.
What?
I don't know what's sexy. I don't know. I'm not good at being sexy.
Let's just talk about
Fine, I'm
Saturday,
just talking about
July
shush. I can't be
29th.
sexy. Fine.
Talk about shush.
Hamsters aren't sexy anymore?
No.
Dear God,
All right,
no.
fine. All right.
Well, depending on... Let's,
The
shush.
Days of Richard
Let's talk about
Gere.
shush.
I've seen some... Oh, my God.
Let's talk about
Shush.
shush.
This is what happens when you invite 2 comedians on your show.
Never
This
doing
is really your fault,
This is
to
a
be
terrible
honest.
decision.
It's more you than us.
The zhuzhing.
The zhuzhing. Okay, so zhuzh, July 29th, 8 p.m., Ham Bones. Oh, Ham Bones, by the way.
We like to call it Boner Town, USA. We're hoping
we
that will
do.
take
We're hoping that's
off.
going to stick.
One of the sponsors of this show.
That's actually what I was trying to say, but you go with Boner Town. That's fine.
Oh, someone
Hambo,
said hi to you,
sponsor.
Krish.
Hey Mo.
I like he waved
Hey,
to
Mo.
the phone.
No, I waved to the phone, but I should have.
No,
waved
that's
to
what
the
I really
camera.
love about the interactive live cast is we can actually talk to people who comment. So if you have questions or, you know, if you just want to say hi, you want to shout out, just
Before we
comment.
honor Mo's a very funny comic in Minneapolis.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and he's another Indian fella.
He's all over the
Stop name
Midwest.
dropping.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
That's
but
great.
Garrett
Garrett's
wants us
getting
to-
anxious
yeah,
about
he's-
the zhuzh.
Let's
Garrett
talk about the zhuzh.
Teitelbaum.
I've done the zhuzh.
Sorry.
And that's what really matters.
Oh, Jesus.
Is that I did the
That
zhuzh.
zhuzh is over. It's a new zhuzh.
It's a new
now.
zhuzh. It's a new zhuzh.
But are people going to be clamoring for the old zhuzh with Krish? Probably.
They're going to show up disappointed. They're going to throw, you know, their ice cream at me is what they're going to do.
Well, what about the new zhuzh?
The new zhuzh.
With me, which is clearly more important. I'm in the center.
She
Garrett's
is.
in it too.
Garrett is in
Teitelbaum.
it. You know, I've seen him in a feature film recently, I believe.
Yeah, he's going to be my guest on this coming Wednesday, and we're going to do a pre-recorded interview, and we're going to talk all about zhuzh, and hopefully we'll mention Craig quits his day job.
Oh, he was in that too?
He was also an African queen.
He was
Title
the
roll.
queen.
We went to the row house
roll right there,
to
too.
see. We went to the row house to see his film, and I was looking at the posters, and I said, "Oh, African Queen, is that Garrett's? Because if you see Craig quits his day job, you can check out the trailer. It's really cute. You will see that Garrett is maybe the opposite of what you would think of as an African queen. So I thought it was funny. Whatever. I'm
Anyway,
not the
the
comedian.
Comedians. So the Zhuzh 3, the zhuzhing,
The zhuzh. I love that.
starring Liss Victory.
Yes, it's me. It's specifically me.
Garrett Teitelbaum, who's, I'm going to pretend over there, and many others that are also in the
He's
closet.
hiding in the closet.
That's where
We have the
Oh,
whole
Garrett.
cast. We have all of Ted City yodelers in that tiny closet right now, just on top of each other.
Well, this is a really cool concept because the top of the poster, which is really well made, might I add, by Matt
Matt Lippard, thank you. We're just gonna call people out and talk about shows.
Well,
That's
yeah,
the
we're
entire
talking
thing.
about people. It's great. This is our activism. Our activism is our art, and we're out there in the community making things happen. And the best part about this is you can be a part of it too, because you can show up and hang out with us. And comedians do crowd work, so they might talk to you. Sit close to the front.
I'm not
if
gonna
not,
talk
sit
to you.
close to the back. Sit close to the back.
It doesn't matter. We're lonely. We'll talk to you anyway.
But this concept for Zhuzh, a comedian, a musician, and an improv troupe walk into a bar, ...
That's, yeah. So it's, we're gonna stay on subject, I swear to God. So Zhuzh is a collaborative work. We were fighting for the right word the other day. Where everyone does their own Zhuzh. And then once everyone gets a little, piece of the game, we start to try to interweave it. So, the music is going to weave into the improv, and the improv is going to weave into the comedy, and it's all just going to zhuzh together.
What's
Storytelling involved.
what's the full lineup?
Oh, right.
I do have it written down if you need
It's
reminders.
no. We have the beautiful girl here. We have Garrett. We have Ian Insect as the host, who is also co-creator of Zhuzh. And we have Justin Chester as spoken word. The
Justin Antonio
Chester.
You gotta.
He's
say
incredible.
that. He's also a wrestler, which is why we say it like that. Yeah, he's a wrestler. He'll be doing a performance piece on stage with a half live monkey where they will wrestle to the death.
Half live?
Only
I don't
half
know if
live.
I'm okay with that.
I
think I should call the authorities.
Justin's a very
it's
tiny
a
guy.
lethargic
I don't
monkey.
want-
That's all it is. It's a
Lethargic
very lethargic monkey.
Like, we gave him some turkey
Yeah.
before he went on stage.
And the whole
the
point of the wrestling bit is that he's got to convince this monkey to be excited about wrestling, and the monkey's like, "I'm not 13 anymore, bro. Just watch Glow on Netflix." And listen to the Mark Maron
Hey,
podcast.
no, we did not get any fucking money from Mark Maron, all right? We don't
fine.
need, no.
I didn't get
No.
any money from Mark Maron either.
We
and
don't
I
need
feel
to
like
keep
we have
saying his
beef.
name either.
It's Bark Baron, okay? There's no trademark on that one.
Shout out to Bocce and Kim Tucker. Hey guys, what's up? So
I wasn't even done with the line. I'm sorry. 10 City Yellers. I'm
Yeah,
back.
10
I'm
City
back.
Yellers.
I'm back.
With the improv troupe.
And yes, and oh my gosh, I
Come on,
almost
play
skipped
comedy.
him. Her, rosacea, noir, mid-sized car.
That's gonna be hot. Rosacea came and performed at a house lab at the Pittsburgh Art House, which is an invite only. Wink.
You're bad at winking.
Art workshop that we have here at the Pittsburgh Art House. The thing about the wink and the invite is you just have to hit us up for that invite. We're actually really approachable. It's cool.
I'm not. I bite.
Somebody told me I was important, and that's why I got that invite.
Brian,
No,
go
no,
back
it's-
to bed.
It's
No one
a
has
really
ever told you
difficult
you're
thing
important.
to get into, actually. You have to work very, very hard and make a lot of phone calls and be very cool.
You gotta learn the password. You gotta get the handshake. Handshake. There might be a dance battle. It depends on your.
Sarah Flipper from DC is tuning in. Woo woo.
Oh, you figured out where to
I
wave.
want to engage
You need
them.
both hands.
I jazz hand it, but my other hand isn't. Here, wait,
Oh,
hold on, wait.
important about the Ham Bones gig. It's an early show, so it's from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Is that right?
Yeah, ish.
Yeah, so
Do
show
this.
up on time. I don't see, if I saw that, I'd be like, oh, it's at 8. I'll show up at 10.
Right.
Because that's
Right.
how I am.
Right.
It's not punk rock time.
I know.
And
It's
there's
Yinzer
short form
punk rock
beforehand,
time.
so just show up early, watch the short form,
Oh, yeah,
and
cool.
then
7 o'clock? Or
yeah,
going on?
7. There's
Cool.
some short form, so just hang out.
Show
Get
up
some drinks,
early.
eat some delicious ham bones food.
Yeah, they got food. I usually go there. Whenever I go to Ham Bones for an event, I usually just have my dinner there because it's there, it's accessible. Why not? That's my eating out night.
Yeah, it is.
This is pretty good
It's
sponsor
honestly-
material.
Yeah, it's honestly one of the best venues in the city for all kinds of entertainment.
I feel like that's our Cheers bar too.
Yeah, that's kind of what Jeff wants. Is like he built a fucking stage. He built a stage for everybody. Like
I'm pretty sure Dave Bielowitz.
I know
was in
Dave
on that.
Bielowitz built the stage physically as a man.
as
a man. He did not do it as a woman.
No, he
or
did.
a lethargic monkey.
I heard he dressed very beautifully and in a feminine style. Well,
he built the stage with the drum riser on it. Like, who does that? Like, I have like going across the country. It's like no other venues will invest in the fact that they're a venue, but Jeff invested in the fact that it's a restaurant. But he's like, also let's make it a venue.
Yeah,
and it's
and he's done amazing things with it, especially the stories that I hear from the townies, because I've lived in Pittsburgh for about 4 years now. So other people who I know who are tried and true Yinzers through and through, I'm just like a pretend Yinzer. I'm like a kind of Yinzer.
She's like a yeah.
A what?
A yeah.
A yeah. I'm not all the way there, nor am I all the way operating. But yeah, the stories I hear are, one of the owners, Jeff, really worked hard to bring the community together for Hambones, and it's in one of the most like happening scenes in Pittsburgh, which is Lawrenceville, and it's a lot of fun. Although Millville, where Mr. Small's theater is, that's coming up. I'm serious. Like, Millville's really...
Millville's coming
No, I love Millville.
And it's right across the river from
If
Lawrenceville.
I drove, I would so live in Millville.
But
that's the problem,
but that's the
though,
thing
is the driving to Millville and busing.
As far as being
Ubers.
a Rust Belt city, like, Pittsburgh has multiple different areas that are, like, on the rise at the same time.
Yeah, it's actually really cool.
Other Rust Belt cities are, like, they're focusing on one area, letting that come up, letting that kind of taper out, and then going to the next area and building that up.
You can't do that in Pittsburgh because there's usually construction to one of those
so it's
areas.
Like you have to
so we have to
build
build
it in. Yeah, you have to bubble build everything, and then be like, when the construction is done, people will know about it.
Build.
It's like, let's let the locals know about it first, and then the word will spread across the land.
You're scaring me.
You went through like 3
terrifying.
accents there. I thought you were doing like a 1920s.
I'm very versatile.
And then
this is gonna be your audition.
This
tape?
is my acting.
I'm very, very versatile.
Well, that's why I'm here. I'm just here to do my acting reel.
I do want to say real quick, because there are different events every night of the week at Hambones, and I wanted to tell you guys about them real quick. So Monday nights are the improv open mic.
Stand-up and improv open mic hosted by Joey Marchi. I think that's an unplanned comedy event as well. Unplanned Comedy Warehouse is located further down on Butler Street, but they do some stuff at Hambones. That's Woody Drennan's joint. Also a great venue in the area. But they do, so it's stand-up and improv. So they do a couple stand-up sets, like 3 stand-up sets, and then they'll do an improv scene based on the stand-up set. So it's a really cool open mic.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really cool open mic and kind of an improv-y show. So
it's a neat concept.
Yeah, I've been to it. It was pretty fun when I went.
Yeah, it's a really cool concept. Joe Marchi runs it. Young kid.
Tuesdays are acoustic open mic, and there's a rotating host roster, and then they have guest hosts every once in a while. I'll be there. I'm not sure. I think it's in fall. I'll be there in the fall.
Oh, me too. I think I'm
host.
October 23rd.
Yeah, friends and family. Hambones Pub. Tuesdays the acoustic open mic, which is mostly music, but comedy and other forms of art are also welcome.
I sometimes do a thing there.
You don't want to hear about the thing he does.
Wednesdays are game night. It's just game night and trivia.
I think it's game and trivia night, yeah.
Thursdays is the comedy open mic hosted by Derek
open mic.
Minto. Yes, it's stand-up exclusively, I think.
Exclusive stand-up.
I haven't seen a musician
to be honest,
just sort of wander
it is like
in there.
the comic mic.
We've had one or two
like
traveling
the mic in the
musicians pop
city
in
right
there
now.
and just do a thing.
Oh,
like
really?
Derek
That's cool.
will just let him.
I don't know if it's
so
encouraged.
Rare.
Though.
I don't think it's
There's
encouraged.
Like 50, almost, damn near 50 commas.
So many commas. There's
So
commas
many,
everywhere.
it's
punctuation
really
in your
grammar oriented.
Wait, let me try.
Mic.
Punctuation. Is that sexy?
That's
No.
not,
God,
no,
somebody
you just kind of
Maybe-
stop a sentence.
Maybe after a few host gigs, eventually you'll get some sexy words.
Yeah, watch.
You'll
It's
just get sexy.
Let me try it.
Minto.
Oh my gosh. I have the vapors.
Yeah.
I gotta go, guys. I gotta change my underwear. I'll be back.
No, Derek hosted. It's also one of the most welcoming open mics in the city. So a lot of new people go.
All of them are Monday,
I think
Tuesday,
mostly,
and Thursday.
They're
all
very
really
welcoming.
good.
Yeah, it's just I think Hambones is the Thursday Hambones open mic has been going on for a little over 5 years, maybe 6 years now.
Wow.
I feel like the acoustic one has been around the same amount of time. It's like Jeff went in there and he's like, we're doing these events. And Bielowitz and Kay Wood and I think Chet Vincent, a lot of the original hosts, they used to be in the back room before the stage even existed.
Yeah,
just hanging out with each other like a little round circle of.
Yeah.
Isn't it adorable?
Yeah,
see, these are the real Yinzers telling me the real stories that I missed out on because I came down to Pittsburgh like, oh, look at that stage, that's cool.
I remember performing. Actually, it's the funny thing is like one of the first shows, one of the big like weekend shows we did. Was Lee Camp. Like, my friend Ron Placombe brought Lee Camp in, so I hosted for that show, and it was just, we were just in the corner.
Lee Camp played on Not a Stage?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Lights, like, weren't set
How
up
was the
properly
music? Was the music good? Was he
I
okay
don't know
with
if
the music?
he had music or not on
Wow.
the show, honestly. And
We're talking about him too much. He's getting too much coverage. He has plenty of a fan base.
He's going to have to now, retroactively.
Yeah, he's going to have to sponsor the show.
Lee Camp.
No, but he
We need their money first.
But it was
Get
but
the money
there was
before you
no
take your
stage,
top
and
off.
now there is.
Now there is a stage.
On the weekends, you can see things like July 29th.
And Sundays are acoustic brunch, where there is acoustic music from local musicians. I don't know, probably some traveling artists too.
Does a lot of stuff there.
Yeah, I can't remember who the newest host involved is.
Yeah, I can't think of his name. I met him too. I feel bad.
But that's Sunday mornings.
Nice guy.
I believe they open up at 11 a.m. and you can get your Sunday brunch and it's a rotating menu too. Like they add seasonal stuff.
Oh, yeah,
What's
it's
up?
fun.
I see.
No,
I see your
Saturdays.
You're doing the ooh face.
Because they have such a cool thing on Saturdays between 5 and 7. Is it 5 and 7? I think it's
What
5
is
and
it?
7.
Is it like a happy hour? Because
No,
they do have some happy
it's the
hours.
family-
$3 burgers too. Oh, the family
friendly mic. It's so cool, man.
Yeah, they're like the open mic kings.
They
of the city.
really are.
They're really doing. I mean, yeah, Hambones is trying to develop a scene.
Oh, I thought you were
around
hitting on me. I
itself,
felt
so.
special.
I've
You're
been
just
hitting
getting
on
off
you
it.
this whole time.
I'm not.
That's
I'm
what
not
this
good at
show
it.
is about, Liz.
This is all created.
This is my Trojan horse for Liz.
So I just need
You're
to
my
figure out my
Helen.
sexy words.
You're my Helen.
Much like Helen of Troy, I am not worth it.
Oh, damn.
Oh.
False.
Snap!
I will build you a horse.
I'm gonna build you a horse.
We're
Oh,
coming for you, old
baby.
bitch.
So Garrett Teitelbaum,
He's on it.
Pivot. He's on Jojin. He will be my interview on Wednesday. That should pop up between 6 and 7 p.m. I like to sort of keep it loose when I cater to the guests
Yes, she
and do
does.
that broadcast just to interview. This show will be rotating guest co-hosts, which I have a long list of friends and family that I want to have join me and just talk about. I kind of want to call it direct actions, because that's a real protesty Occupy Wall Street word. So, like, what's our direct action? That was the thing that we went out to the community and physically did. Dig It Dave. Hey, man, what's up? That's the drummer I used to play with in the Graveyard Orchestra, among other things. He's tuning in. Say hello. If you have questions or comments, please leave them below. Not just Dave. Anybody who's tuning in, we would love to talk to you about stuff. But the reason I want to call events direct actions for my artivism broadcast is because these events are things we can go out into the community and directly do with the community. We can interact with each other. We can share art. We can share ideas. And whenever we would have a general assembly and we would all be discussing things during the Occupy movement, or even now when we get together and we have discussions, what is the problem and how do we solve it? The solution to the problem almost always boils down to education and communication. And music is a great form of communication. Art is a great form of communication. This is a cool form of communication because, like I just said a minute ago, you can comment below and we can talk to you right now, like a live chat. We're here. And I want to share that with the community. And I hear so many stories from people about how they don't know what to do or they don't know what's going on. So the more I can share what's going on and what's happening, the more I want to do that. And it's not going to just be localized to Pittsburgh because I travel a lot and I'm going to be remotely doing these, like the one that I did in Brooklyn with Ryan from Crusasis. Stay tuned. I'm going to be showing clips of that in the future. That dude was amazing. He had some incredible insights about art. So I'm going to get to travel, share these insights with all of yins, and direct you to things that are going on in different areas of the country. If things really progress, hopefully the world, I want to see as much of the world
Universe.
as possible.
Don't limit yourself.
All right, cool. The universe, when SpaceX is up and running and I can go to like the moon or something and talk to moon men. I hope they have Wi-Fi and
probably
coffee.
Not going to. Probably
We'll
gonna be
travel with
dehydrated
Wi-Fi.
coffee. Anyway, we get 3 more events to go.
Oh my God, we're gonna.
Yeah.
Yeah, and another sponsor who came in and commented on our choice of clothing.
Yeah. Well,
Mr. Dylan. Mr. Dylan.
Mr.
Papa
Dylan.
Dylan. Mr. Dylan and Papa Dylan.
Papa Dylan is
Otherwise known as Frank.
Well,
Ray.
Dylan is our landlord at the Pittsburgh Art House. He created the Pittsburgh Art House as a way for artists to live together, work together. Once again, this communication and community thing, as well as to focus more on their art because it's affordable living for artists. And since I've moved in, which I told him it was the best decision of my life, which it really was. Maybe one day I'll go into the specifics of that story, but I feel like we have diverted a lot. The Pittsburgh Art House, I think, is a great asset to the community. And we do hold private events. It's a capacity thing. If they're not private, then the police,
The man.
will get on us about
Rose.
having a capacity, which we're a residence. So we invite our friends and family over, but our community of friends and family, and only the coolest radio show hosts in the city, only the coolest radio show hosts in the city can come to the house mic
It's fine, Brian. You can still be sleeping.
and house lab. Just saying. Our next one will be Monday, July 31st, and it's Strange House Lab. Oh, wait. Strange House Lab.
That was
Stumbled over
sexy.
that a little bit.
Damn it.
Talking about Dawn Strange, people.
Yeah, Don Strange. I love working with Don Strange. So he, when I brought up the idea to him, which is everybody gets a 10-minute set. It's like an open mic, but not quite.
5-minute set.
Which is how I've been describing it. So in that 10 minutes, you can use 5 minutes to describe what you're doing.
Or do your thing.
Yeah, or do your thing, which isn't limited to music or comedy or spoken word or anything. We've had all kinds of stuff. Rosacea Noir, mid-sized car, totally house labbed. You gonna make it a verb? Her drag routine, his drag routine. I'm not sure what pronoun to use for a drag queen. What pronoun do I use for a drag queen?
she, him. I she, him. That made no sense.
Wow, okay.
I she, him.
Moving on. Yeah, just if anybody can tell me when the proper pronouns to use for drag queens, that'd be great. Yeah, and it was so good. Do you remember the name of the artist who did that song?
Yeah.
The song is FML, but there are a bunch of songs called FML.
Cave.
Oh, I know what you're saying. I know what it is.
Cave Flame.
It's
K-Flame.
on-
It is K-Flame.
Is it K-Flame?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it might be K.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
it's
so
on
Oh my God.
Spotify.
I
Love.
Right? I'm
loved
addicted
it.
to that song.
Yeah.
So, and then that same night, my neighbor from Level Up Studios, who lives on the other side of the art house, Sean Batang, came over and he did hip hop dance, and it was incredible. It was one of our best house labs. So you get to present your art, and then describe it, or we workshop it. People ask questions. What's the name of that song? Why did you? What was it? Death dive first? Death drop.
Death Drop.
Oh, Death Drop.
Like,
yeah.
Why did you death? You want to know what a death drop is? Come to House Lab and find out.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty sweet. Ask us for an invite because it's a private event. Private. So Don Strange is going to be our feature. He has a 3-part song he wants to work out. I usually play. Well, I'm playing things that I've never played before, so I specifically will save something just to play at the house mic or the house lab. Well, no, the house lab specifically. House mic, I play whatever. House mic got me so comfortable because it's a PA in my living room,
Yeah.
and I'm able to do things like ask the audience, what emotion are you feeling? give me an emotion and I'll play a song that feels like that emotion. Let's just do that.
That's fun.
It's a lot of, and Liz will usually bring some snacks or something. We made beans and franks for National Beans and Franks Day because that's real.
There's a day for everything.
And then we had a frank off.
We did.
Yeah.
A wiener off.
Yeah.
There's
Saw
also
who
a
could
live
make the best
stream on
wieners.
it on the Taboo Table Talk Facebook
Oh
page.
yeah, Pimp Your Taboo Table Talk.
Oh, we just recorded the House Lab for my podcast, Taboo Table Talk, which is a socially conscious podcast where I talk to guests about things that they're passionate about. And it's a lot of artists, so I wanted to record the House Lab and feature some of the artists that have been on the show.
Do you know when that might go up?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
3 hours.
And
the lab was not
Only been
over.
in 3 hours.
It'll wind up being 3 episodes, and it might be an episode where I'm actually going to have to edit stuff.
Sounds right.
I know, but
I'll help.
I don't.
I like editing.
Yeah, I
It's
don't.
fun.
I hit play, and I'm like, this seems like a good place to start. Great, and then this seems like where everybody should shut up, and that's.
Yeah, you didn't even tell me that you
what I
started
do.
recording when I did the podcast. You're like, I was like, wait, is
No,
that
it's
thing
kind of what I
on?
do.
We tried to be
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah, that's kind of what I do. I
Sarah,
sneak
you should
record
come
it.
to the art house sometime. If you ever need a place to stay, it's not the most comfortable or quiet, but it is very welcoming and warm. And especially right now, it is warm in here.
It is not cold.
Yeah.
Vincent Didiano just tuned in.
Hey, Vincent.
We're going to go see Valerian tonight, if that's how it's pronounced, and then we're going to talk about it during the next broadcast next Thursday, July 27th.
Sorry. How is
He's
he still
still
eating that?
eating
How
the
is he
ice
still
cream?
eating that?
Thank you for the ice cream, Vincent.
Aw, yeah, Vinny brought us ice cream.
Yeah.
Was it you accidentally tricked our friend?
I did, yeah.
Bringing us
I have
ice
a thing now where anytime that I'm going anywhere, I like to say just bring ice cream, and Vincent did.
Yeah, you did. It was great.
Well, now everyone knows your secret. No one's going to bring you ice cream again. You just ruined it.
No,
I mean, if you
not
wanna be
everybody's
nice.
tuned in. It's always worth a try.
If you want to be nice.
So, let's see what else is going on. Oh, we'll talk about Plate and Bowl officially right now.
Yeah.
So, Friday, August 11th, Plate and Bowl. Vincent Didiano's going to be there. Liz is going to be there. I'm going to be there. Krish is... Where the hell are you going to be?
I'm going to be in Champaign, Illinois.
Nice. He's going to be in the Midwest. Jeremy K. Wood, Sarah Halter, who is also an Art House resident, as well as one of the co-hosts for the House Mic and the House Lab. And Michael Cohen will be there. Maybe he'll bring a cult with him. He'll invite the local anarchists.
We're going to make a cult at
the
Clayton
cult
Bowl.
of Cohen. It's K sounds
that
and it's
should-
alliteration.
Yeah, that should be
Cult
a thing
of
that
Cohen.
we should do.
Oh,
Cult
he
of
should
Cohen.
make T-shirts. He
The
should
Cult
make
of Cohen.
T-shirts. Cult of Cohen.
You're
I really like
way
it.
too into these T-shirts.
I love it.
I'm not.
I want everybody to have T-shirts.
Yeah.
If I have
T-shirts for
to-
everyone!
If I have to drag Lee Camp's T-shirts across Manhattan Island,
Yeah, that's true. We did do that.
no, we can't talk about him anymore.
Or Bark Baron.
Bark
Barton
Bear.
Baron. Yes.
Frank Burko, one third of the Graveyard Orchestra, my old band from
Oh,
Erie,
yeah.
Pennsylvania. I think they're all tuned in right now.
Aww.
Because Dig It Dave commented with pictures of ice cream.
Yeah, ice cream. Coming to your house to get your ice
I
cream.
want to do a gig up in Erie. Wait, hold on. Whoa.
Right?
That's kind of scary.
I'm coming to your house. I'm going to eat your ice cream.
We should get through these events so we can
not gonna
end the show at
Yeah.
this
Steal
point.
everybody's money. I'm just gonna steal
And
your
Brian
ice cream.
can not sleep in the studio or go back to his
Bed.
sleeping studio space.
He slept on a shoe a couple weeks ago, so don't
What?
worry about him.
He'll be fine.
On
He
his
slept
shoe?
on a shoe.
Like, it was
I
the pillow?
It's like a secret, but yeah, he slept on a shoe.
It's a secret. Don't tell anyone.
Still sexy.
It's still sexy.
Shoe. No.
No.
Well, no, this is perfect because the next thing I wanted to talk about was your album release.
Yeah.
And it says, berate Krish for not having a proper release show.
Because comedians don't do release shows.
Yeah.
We don't need to do a release show.
'Cause we're too
Because the
cool.
recording is the party.
Can you explain that a little bit? Because I think
I
it's
recorded
confusing.
the album in Huntsville, Alabama, with Patrick Cunningham and Ari Kobler at Liquor Express, which is
At
not no
Liquor
seriously,
Express?
It's a
You said
really
it so
cool it's a
formally.
really cool venue. It's a really cool like little DIY venue in the back, like it's the back room of
A liquor
one of
store?
the largest liquor stores in Alabama.
Yes.
It's fucking incredible.
That's really rad, actually.
It's so cool.
Actually, that's yeah.
And it's this nice little like super cozy intimate room with couches and shit. And there was like 20 people. Like it was just a great, like it was such a fun show. But yeah, like that's the party. Like recording the album is the party. I don't need to do an album release to be like, let me do the album for you guys again so you don't have to buy it. Like,
Well, we were talking about that during the DIY roundtable on Taboo Table Talk with Ben Tufts at the 16th Street House in Washington, D.C.
available on Lips and iTunes.
We discussed that, and he pointed out, Ben Tufts, of Fuzz Queen, the differences between how a band will release an album and then take it on the road, whereas a comic will work on the album on the road,
record it, release it, and then work on new shit, because I don't want to hate something I've put a lot of effort into.
So
that's really like why.
how do I get this
Like a
album?
baby.
How do people get
Right
this
now,
album on August 18th? Where
August
do I go?
19th.
There's clearly
The-
not a
the
show.
Release, the release is Monday, August 19th. It's going to be all available online. Right now, you can pre-order it from my Bandcamp page under Ramen Noodles Comedy, RAMAN noodlescomedy.bandcamp.com. It's available for pre-order there. And when you pre-order it, you get a couple of tracks that are like previews of the album. But the whole
cool.
album is like a holistic thing. Like, that's kind of how I wrote it, so I really shot myself in the foot of ever actually being able to use it for like a radio release. Like,
No, when I try
like,
to
Syracuse
find...
is not going to be interested in like, well, it's an album, but there's like a whole bunch of callbacks and the jokes you don't understand. Just listen to it 20 minutes ago. Like,
It's like jazz. Is that what that is? It's
yeah,
the
it's
jokes
like-
you don't hear.
Yeah, it's like, oh, you don't
Oh
get
my
this
gosh.
joke? That's because it's a callback from 4 tracks ago.
Sarah wants to try doing that with music.
That'll be, yeah.
I think
It's
that's a really good idea. I want
But
to
the
try
way
that
I
too.
tour, the way I tour is the way that musicians tour, right? Is like, I basically, in order to record this album, one, it was a super personal thing. It was really difficult to talk about these issues and try to make them funny because it's talking about mental illness for an hour and 10 minutes on stage.
I love it. I
Yeah.
think it's a great show.
Yeah, but thank you.
As a person with a mental illness, I think it's great.
And that was the point of it is I've for I don't know 6 years been privy to the idea that mental illness has not been a thing that is understood anywhere. There is I don't think there's very many places that know how to deal with mental health at all. Like, it's always just like,
Even
let's just push them out
the
of
mental
society
health
like we did 500 years ago.
hospitals.
Yeah, like, that's kind of what it is. It's just like, it's just brick building where nobody can get in to see anybody ever. And then it's like, let's just throw them into a thing, and then we'll maybe
feels
see
like-
them. And then maybe
Vincent
we won't.
Didiano says, if you play the album backwards, you hear Krish supporting the GOP. Because
Yeah,
you can
you
play
do.
a CD backwards.
You can play it backwards. Yeah. And
I imagine there's an app that allows you to play
There is an app for
MP3s
that.
in reverse.
somewhere Mitch McConnell just got his first shameful boner after that.
The first. It's never really gotten up all that high
No.
before.
No.
He's really confused. He doesn't know what to tell his mom about the
Lord
sheets
will
being
not
wet.
let him. Yeah. No, but that's the thing is, so I kind of made this album based on the fact that maybe there's a better understanding of mental health, and maybe there are steps that we can take to understand ourselves a little bit better. And so the whole album is really about that and about things that surround the mental health system.
Mental health.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I don't know if that
I was
sexy
getting
or not.
excited, and then she did that. And
I
So
can
the
do it
album
any
is
boner.
so the album's going to come out August 19th. There's a Facebook event set up for the pre-order thing, and you can go to the Bandcamp to get it. And then basically what I do is like everything on my Bandcamp right now that's like a year old or a year or more older is pay what you want. So the new stuff is the only one that has a set price to it. For
that's
now.
cool.
That's nice.
And then so the album's the one part, and then there are 3 like shows that I recorded, like with the 3-angle shot and everything. So I'm going to put those together and release the individual shows. And then I'm working on like a stand-up documentary thing where I talk to a bunch of artists and activists and just
I'm
general
supposed to try
people.
to do this.
Yeah, she's supposed to do it. Zach Funk is supposed to do it.
But I'm going to track you down. I'm going to try to track you down in Indianapolis before the release so that we can do this live
I'm gonna
on
try
a Thursday and talk about the album
Stuart
more.
Huff to do it too.
But
So-
I'm running out of time
Yeah.
and I want to play a song before it's over.
Yeah, play some.
Which one of you want to be my my producer? Make
Him.
sure that it sounds okay.
That's okay.
I hate
guess I've been
responsibility.
volunteered for
Okay.
that.
That's why I'm a 35-year-old child.
Well, I'm going to leave you with a couple ideas. One is that everything that we talked about are open events that you can, by one way or another, come to and be a part of, because we're all part of a community together, and these direct actions or events are ways that we can share ideas and share art and do things together. And that's what activism is about, is working together to make positive change. Let's see. I did an interview with Brenda Leeds that I was really hoping I was going to get together for the videos, but like I was saying before, we had been up late scouting Plate and Bowl. I was working on the editing, and I thought, well, this event isn't until Friday, August 18th. So there's some time, and I can give her the mention now. That's Brenda Leeds of Old Game, and they're going to be playing at the Bloomfield Bridge Tavern as a fundraiser for American Curse, which is sort of a political noir movie. That's what I'm going to call it. Yeah, it sounds crazy. And the full interview right now is at facebook.com/Liss Victory Music. And we'll have some videos pulled up in the next couple of episodes. So I just wanted to mention that real quick. And I think we covered everything for the next few weeks here.
Yeah.
And we're going to be talking about it more. But I wanted to give you guys an introduction.
I love a good...
That's what
Whoa. Don't introduce
an
me.
introduction to myself on the River's Edge now. That old broad that you've known and loved. I hope that's good. Liz Tripoli, who I'm going to get as often as possible, even though it seems like they are not happy about you being here right now. The man.
The man is getting me down.
And Krish Mohan, who is frequently on the road, so I don't know how often I'm going to get him. Next week, I'll be with Vincent Didiano, and if you want to hand me my guitar and pop these headphones on, you can tell me if it sounds good, and I'll play a little song.
I'm gonna judge this way so
All
you
right.
can play.
Yeah.
Bye, kids. Hi, Mom.
I'm going to play Steel City Broad, which is a song that you heard during the intro, but this is going to be me playing it acoustic, because I like to end my shows with a little live performance. So hopefully you guys will enjoy it. How many other fools have written this song about you? How many more times will we sing along to these old rhymes? Time and time again, and now I find myself sailing out on three rivers. guys so much. Thank you guys so much.
Brian woke up for that.
I'm Liss Victory. You have been watching that broadcast. And remember, choose bravery, choose love. Peace.